Good morning, Senor
Good morning, Harry.
Going to town, sir?
Yes, I have to address a board meeting. Very important matter to lay before them.
Before you leave, I have a message for you.
Oh, what is it?
Senor Rothschild has been asking for you.
What does he want now?
I don't know, sir, but he's very anxious to see you.
Oh, very well. I wish he'd learn to take care of his own financial affairs.
After 3 weeks of hydrotherapy, and I recommend that this treatment be continued.
It's my considered opinion that there are other borderline cases which may respond to this same type of therapy. I see Dr. Taylor has arrived and I understand he has a matter to take up with us. So if it's agreeable, we will hear from him now.
Dr. Chambers, gentlemen, I appreciate your giving me this opportunity to report on my process.
Pardon me, Dr. Taylor. I presume all of you are familiar with the experiments undertaken by Dr. Taylor.
You mean his new approach to plastic surgery?
That's the project.
I think we all have read his paper.
The point I wish to make is that my process will allow for much more complete reconstruction and in a fraction of the time taken in this case. I can do in 1 day what it took Dr. Wright 3 years to do. Think, gentlemen. Think of the accelerated recovery. A recovery that could begin within 24 hours. Now, as you know, it involves the use of certain blends of plastics and resins that can easily be molded into any desired shape. In conjunction with this, I have developed a solution whereby these plastics can be made to adhere to living flesh. In a matter of hours, this synthetic develops the consistency, color, and the texture of living skin tissue. Its freezing point is below the normal skin, and it is almost impervious to heat.
A question, Dr. Taylor. Have you applied your technique in an actual case?
Not as yet. And that's the reason for my presence here today. Now, gentlemen, the time is at hand for a practical demonstration on an actual case.
In other words, Dr. Taylor wants to use one of our patients to confirm his theory.
That is correct. I feel it's no longer a theory. My process will...
I assume, Doctor, once it has been successfully demonstrated, that you intend to turn over your findings and your formulas to the medical profession.
Well, yes. In a manner of speaking, I naturally intend to patent my formulas and retain control over them. However, I
suppose that you intend a sort of license fee for those using your process.
Either that or a charge for the plastic material and the necessary fluids.
I recommend to this board to deny Dr. Taylor its facilities and the use of any patient until such time as he reconsiders his attitude towards established ethics of our profession. All those in favor? Right.
I don't think we can be so arbitrary in this matter. Aren't we forgetting the welfare of the patients and their families?
In what respect?
Are we the ones to make this decision? Do we have the right to withhold such a benefit from them because of our ethics? No, gentlemen, I am sorry, but But in all good conscience, I cannot vote against Dr. Taylor's request.
Sorry, the majority rules. You have your answer, Dr. Taylor.
Yes, I guess I have. Thank you, Dr. Wright.
We'll be happy to talk to you further if you change your attitude.
Fortunately, there are other sources of subjects. I'm not going to be delayed, not intimidated by this board. I came to you in an honest, straightforward manner, and you refused me. Let me tell you, you made a serious mistake, and I'm going to prove it to you. Good day, gentlemen.
A matter of professional ethics, according to the upright Dr. Chambers.
Oh, Charles, that's terrible.
He really let me have it with both barrels. And I cracked back at him.
So what? We've had these appointments before. There are other hospitals.
I don't know what I'd do without you. Now, go on home.
What about you?
I want to look through the mail first.
Don't stay up too late. I know you're tired.
Angry, not tired. I see you in the morning.
Good night.
Alma? That you, Alma?
My name is Norma Borden, Doctor.
I thought you were my assistant. How did it happen?
An oil lamp exploded in my face.
How long ago?
Almost 4 years.
Why has the condition been neglected?
Plastic surgery costs money. I have none. But then I heard of your work.
Oh, I didn't know it was common knowledge.
It isn't. I have a friend who knows a Dr. Reich. She told me.
Sit down, Miss Borden, please. I don't know how much your friend told you, but as yet I haven't used my process on an actual case.
I don't care. Look at my face. Will you ever find a greater challenge?
I've seen worse. Some of the war veterans can never have their faces restored.
But they're men.
I know that. Psychologically, it's much harder on a woman.
Doctor, I have no money. But if you could just help me to look halfway human again, I'd be able to get work and I'll pay you. I'd pay you any price.
It's not a matter of money. This is a new and revolutionary process. I am positive it'll work. But there's always the outside chance that something might go wrong.
Nothing you could do could make my face any worse.
All right. Come back tomorrow morning and we'll see.
Doctor, I was headed for the river when I got up enough courage to come here. If I leave here now, no one will see me in the morning.
Come now. That's no way to talk.
I can't stand this face any longer. You've got to understand it.
And there's something you've got to understand. I've spent years experimenting, testing, perfecting. I have no intention of failing in the very first use I make of this process. I admit you present an ideal case on which to demonstrate my technique. But I would need to make a preliminary examination. Blood tests, skin tests. There are several steps to be taken before the operation.
Do them now. You'll have to do them now. If you send me away tonight, nobody will ever see me again.
Norma. I want you to take the sedative. As soon as you are ready, we'll start. Now just relax. This isn't going to hurt. Since I'll be doing this alone, it will probably take longer. But I don't want you to be nervous. I want you to sleep now. I'll be right in there if you want me. If you feel any discomfort or pain, just ring this bell. Mm-hmm.
Charles.
Hello, honey.
If I may judge of appearances, you haven't been to bed.
Well, not so you could notice it.
For goodness sake, why not?
Alma, I think we finally got a break.
Well, tell me.
No, not as yet. Now, you go on back home. I'm going to be very busy the rest of the day. But tonight you learn all and we'll celebrate.
But what about the work?
Well, forget it. Visit your favorite beauty parlor and get all fancied up. Tonight's for living.
Won't you even give me a hint?
Take that as a hint and take off. Pick me up this afternoon around 5.
All right, but that surprise had better be good.
Oh, I assure you it will be. But now, go on.
Why wasn't her absence discovered last night?
I don't know, Doctor.
Norma Borden, committed by her mother as a result of attacks on younger sister. Seriously injured neighbor in fit of rage. Threatened police and doctors with deadly weapon. Persecution complex. Subject to violent rages. Manic depressive with paranoid tendencies. What was your treatment?
Standard. Water therapy, tranquilizers, psychiatry.
And the response?
Fair. Like all manics, there were times when I seemed to make excellent progress. For the past 2 months, I have had her on the restricted list using occupational therapy.
And what about visitors?
None. Naturally, there is a feeling of rejection which will have to be corrected by psychiatry.
Then you don't think she had head for her former home?
In my opinion, that is the last place she'll go.
Could be bad. It might mean unfavorable newspaper stories. The thought that frighten people and bring about state investigation. I can't understand how it could have happened.
I don't think she's gone far, Doctor.
Why not?
She had no money, and she was wearing institute clothes.
Well, yes. I hope you're right. I suppose all we have to do now is to get in touch with the family and notify the authorities.
Maybe she will come back voluntarily.
That's unlikely. She's a sick woman, and potentially an extremely dangerous one.
She's got to be found. Ask my secretary to step in, will you?
Yes, Doctor.
Just lie back and relax. In pain? Having trouble breathing? I'll fix that. There you are. The plastic may be setting a little too rapidly. I'll slow it down. I'm going to pour a warm fluid on your face to soften the plastic. I don't want you to be nervous or frightened. Just hold very still. Understand?
Dr. Chambers' office.
Let me speak with the doctor, please. Dr. Taylor calling.
One moment, sir. Dr. Taylor on the phone for you, sir.
Tell him I'm busy now. Ask him to call me later.
Very well, sir.
As I said, escape is not the word. Actually, all Mama Bourne had to do was to walk away. She was quartered in an unrestricted dormitory and had complete freedom of the grounds.
Naturally, you search the grounds.
Thoroughly. She's not in the confines of establishment. That's the reason I called in the police.
Is it possible that she just left on her own, looking for some excitement?
Hardly excitement. This is a picture of her.
I see what you mean. She shouldn't be too hard to find. Do you want her charged as an escapee or listed as a missing person?
The missing person would be preferable. I'm anxious to avoid any sensational newspaper stories. I'm sure you understand why.
We know. Can we keep this picture?
Of course. Do you think you can find her soon?
I don't think it'll be too tough.
Well, it's time we have a look at your new face. Norma, if this is successful, it will completely revolutionize the technique of plastic surgery. You will have a new face and a new life. No time for tears.
Police department. Police department.
Joe, Mendel. Anything for Alec or me? Okay.
Better get some copies made of this.
So the hospital doesn't want the papers to get a hold of this story.
You can't blame them. It looks bad for a public institution that lets a patient escape, especially a mental case.
The doc said she wasn't harmful.
What else could he say? He's in a bad spot. This girl could be a homicidal maniac. I don't like it.
I see what you mean. You can sort of figure the moves of a criminal, but who can figure what an insane person will do?
I brought you some coffee.
Thank you.
How do you feel?
Beautiful. In more ways than one.
That's fine. Let's see if you feel anything. Feel that?
No.
And there?
Yes.
Here?
Yes, I can feel it.
Good. Eventually, you'll be able to realize a certain degree of sensitivity throughout the entire facial area. Lie down there. This material is drying too fast to suit me. This is a sort of serum fluid. Purpose is to keep the plastic soft and pliable. I want you to use it any time there seems to be a drying or tightening of the skin. Okay. Stay there. I'll be in my office. Body temperature. I never figured in body temperature. No, the lotion must be used daily until I make some changes in the plastic formula.
Is anything wrong?
No, not exactly wrong, but this was the first use of the material and it's drying too fast. You can get dressed now. I want you to.
I knew you'd never do it if I told you.
Do you realize what this means?
I don't care now.
Well, I do. You're a ward of the state, a mental patient. And I have performed surgery on you without permission.
And it was successful.
Yesterday, I was refused permission to do what I did. I can be thrown out of the medical profession for that.
But why? Look what your operation did for me. Now you can laugh at those men.
The only thing I can do is get you back to the hospital as quick as possible and hope they believe my story.
But I'm not going back there!
You certainly are!
Doctor, why there's no need for me to be locked up now?
Let me make one thing clear to you, Norma. Whatever the reason for your being committed to the hospital, my operation in your face didn't kill you.
I won't go back!
Now, just take it easy. Chances are, with a new face, you'll respond to treatment and be out of there in a short time. You must go back!
Hello? This is computer science. Hello? Hello?
Doctor, I'm sorry. I didn't mean...
Just a moment, miss. Get me a report as soon as you can. Okay, Doc?
Tomorrow morning.
Police. Are you the doctor's assistant?
I'm Emma Woods.
Can you tell me what happened?
I don't know. I drove up to pick Dr. Taylor up. But I thought I saw him leaving. I called, but the man didn't stop. I came in. And I found him lying on the floor.
Any drugs or narcotics kept here?
None.
What about money?
That's his wallet.
Empty. Did he carry large sums?
Not usually.
What about patients?
Dr. Taylor was not in practice. But he operated on someone here in this lab last night.
Any idea what kind of an operation?
Yes, plastic surgery.
Oh, how do you know?
Because this was his field. And because his sterilizer is full of the instrument he would have used.
I'd appreciate it if you didn't touch anything until my men have gone over the place.
Oh, yes, of course. I don't understand it.
What?
Why this had to happen to a wonderful person like Charles Taylor. He was working on a project that would have brought great comfort and happiness to many unfortunate people. Why did he have to be Hopkins by someone he was trying to help?
I can't answer that, miss.
Do you have this morning's paper?
Yes, please. On the table in the lobby, you can find it.
Thank you.
Anything wrong? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to stare. Does the bus for Escorial stop here? Yes. It should be along any minute now. How far is it? Oh, about 20 miles.
Do you think there is any permanent brain damage?
It's still early to say. He's out of the coma, but does not seem able to communicate. I'm not so concerned about his mental condition as I am about his nervous system.
How do you mean?
His reflexes indicate some damage. In fact, at the moment, he's completely helpless.
May I ask him some questions?
You can ask, but I doubt if he will be able to answer.
Hello, darling. There's a policeman here who wants to ask you some questions. Try to answer.
Can you describe the man who hit you? If you can't speak, blink your eyes. Once for yes, twice for no. Do you understand? Did you know the man? Yes and no. Did you operate on him? Did he hit you afterward?
That's enough for now.
You're going to be all right, dear. I'll come back tomorrow.
find the manager.
In regards to what?
Well, I understand the hotel is looking for a waitress.
You want to talk to Mr. Pollack? His office is the third room on the right.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
Oh, excuse me. New arrival?
She is looking for a job as a waitress.
Oh, what do you know? With an employee like that, one might stay a few more days.
You certainly qualify as young and beautiful, Miss Black. But I'm really looking for experienced girls.
Please, Senor Pollack, won't you just give me a chance?
Well, I suppose you have references?
Not with me, but I'll send for them.
We are short-handed, and I guess I can give you a tryout.
Thank you, Senor Pollack. You won't regret.
I'm sure I won't. Report to Andre in the dining room, and he'll put you to work.
I'll do my very best.
Come in.
The door was open.
It always is. What can I do for you?
Ever see this before?
Oh, yes. It belongs to Charles. I saw that spot before. Where did you find it?
It was left in a dress shop downtown.
Then it was a woman.
That was what Taylor was trying to tell us at the hospital. We also found his car.
Oh. I found this in the doctor's camera. I don't know what's on it, but for what it's worth, here it is.
Thanks. I'll have it developed. Mind telling me what you're doing?
Trying to reconstruct Dr. Taylor's formula.
Why?
The plastic material must be kept soft and pliable by a special fluid for a period of time. Apparently, the fluid doesn't penetrate deeply enough. I let this sample lie in front of an electric fan for some time. You can see what happened.
Wind would make anyone with a plastic face look like this?
Yes, depending on how much and how often the solution was applied. This is the fluid. The bottle was full the day before Charles was hurt. You can see how much is gone. Evidently, Charles gave it to the girl. Now, when that's gone, and if she gets in a stiff breeze, well, look at that sample again.
May I keep this?
Oh, yes, of course.
What is the latest word of the doctor's condition?
Oh, he's improving, slow but sure.
Oh, that's good.
Al final acaba por llorar. Oh, Daniela, si el fuego quieres tocar, oh, Daniela, te puedes quemar. Piensa tú que así del fuego el encanto puede ser un llanto para ti. Cuando te quiera decir la verdad de mi amor, te echarás a reír con candor. Y mi amor callará una vez y otra vez lo que nunca dirá por temor. Oh, 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 Daniela, que vives para reír. Oh, Daniela, no me hagas sufrir. Piensa tú que así del juego el encanto puede ser un llanto para ti. Puede ser un sueño para ti. Puede ser llanto para ti.
How about a refill?
I'm sorry, sir. These aren't my tables.
Oh. And where are your tables?
Over there.
Now, will you bring me a drink?
Of course.
know this place stays open late, but what time do you leave here?
Just in time to go to bed.
Oh, come on. You can sleep anytime.
Please, sir, will that be all?
You're making it awfully tough for me.
Hi, I'm glad to see you. How are things in your area?
So. I've got something here I want to show you.
It's Norma Borden.
Uh-huh.
Where'd you get it?
Off a roll of film in Doc Taylor's office.
I don't get it.
Doc Taylor has a new plastic surgery process. As far as I can figure, Norma Borden got to him somehow and persuaded him to work on her face. He must have taken this picture of her before he operated.
It explains why we were never able to get a single lead.
Mr. Pollock speaking? Yes, Mr. Wilder. Yes, I understand. She'll be there in plenty of time. Thank you, Mr. Wilder. Goodbye. You will have to be in his apartment at 7 o'clock. He says it is to be a small group and he needs someone to serve. He requested that you wear something other than your waitress uniform.
I'll change and go right over.
It is hardly the thing to discuss a guest, but I should have warned you about Mr. Wilder.
Is anything wrong?
It is just that he has a rather bad reputation.
I've heard rumors.
He is extremely wealthy, and he has already been married 3 times.
But he's single now.
Yes. I just don't want you to have any unpleasantness.
Thank you, Senor Pollock. I'll be on my guard.
And another thing. You won't forget those letters of reference you promised?
No, I won't forget.
Thank you, Miss Black. It is just that I should have them on file.
I'm sure they'll be here soon.
Yes. Well, any time. Any time at all.
Oh, the hostess with the most. Come in. Come in.
Am I too early, Senor Wilder?
You're almost too late.
Senor Pollock told me to be here at 7:30. It's not quite that now.
Oh, of course. 7:30. Only meant that the woman like you only comes along once in a lifetime.
Thank you, Senor Wilder. Caterer shouldn't have left this food out. I'll put it on ice until your guests arrive.
In there. Not only beautiful, efficient. Pollock has got a knack for hiring the right people.
What kind of drinks will you be serving?
Martinis. I pour you one.
No, thank you. And how many guests will you be expecting?
How many? Not many. It's going to be a small, intimate party. Are you sure you don't want a martini?
No, thank you. Small parties are nice. People get to know each other so much better.
Oh, I agree. And I think the host should get to know the hostess first, don't you? Are you sure you don't want a martini?
No, really. Senor Pollock wouldn't like me drinking on the job.
I don't see how we can object.
Please, Senor Wilder, it's the rules.
Oh, come on. You and the rules should both relax. And my name is Matt. Here's to a relaxed, intimate party. And now, let's get to know one another.
What time are your guests arriving?
Oh, later. Much later.
And how many did you say were coming?
Oh, it doesn't really matter. Do you realize this is the first time we've been alone since you've been here? Let's get better acquainted.
I don't think this job calls for my life history.
I'm not interested in your life history, honey. I'm only interested in your immediate future.
Senor Pollock made my duties quite clear in regard to this job, Senor Wilder.
Matt.
I'm here as an employee, not as a friend.
You're going to be more than a friend. And the rules are going to be mine.
You're a very strong person, Matt. And I suppose your strength and money have help you win many female conquests?
They didn't seem to mind being conquered.
But I do. How many did you say were coming?
Only one.
Then you don't need a hostess, Senor Wilder. You need a referee. Good evening.
Here's where Taylor's car was found. The next place of any size is Escorial.
She could have left the car there and come back in this direction.
True, but we can't afford to pass up Escorial.
It'll be a needle in a haystack routine. We don't have the slightest idea what she looks like now.
What would happen if we showed her pictures around? If she hears about it, she might get panicky.
She might at that.
If she gets scared enough, she might make a move.
I think it's worth a try.
The Escorial police will cooperate. And if she tries to run, she will give herself away.
Let's go.
I shouldn't have done it.
Done what?
Any of it. I shouldn't have let the girl persuade me to operate. I shouldn't have been so anxious to prove my formula was ready. I was rolling all counts.
Oh, don't let it get you. You know the old saying about spilt milk.
I know a lot of old saints, but they aren't much comfort right now. If Norma's face goes bad, instead of helping her my operation may be the means of driving her completely over the line. I wish I could see her face now.
Come in. Who is it?
The tax collector.
You fool. You aren't supposed to be in this wing of the inn, Senor Wilder.
If you would just listen to me, you wouldn't be in it either.
You are the most single-minded person I ever knew.
I warned you. Now, why don't you quit this silly job and come to Paris with me?
That's an insulting invitation, and you know it.
I know 100 girls who would snap at it.
And you know one who won't.
What time are you through tonight?
10:30.
What are you going to do after that?
Hello?
Miss Black, would you please come to the terrace? Yes. Right away. Thank you. Oh, ridiculous. Nora Black has not been with us long. But she could no more be this girl than you could.
It's just a routine check, Mr. Pollock.
Besides, we don't expect her to look like that now.
Then what do you expect her to look like? We have an idea.
You want to see me, Senor Pollock?
Yes. These gentlemen are police officers. They wanted to see you. Well?
I see what you mean.
Why did you want to see me?
Ever see anyone who looks like that?
What a horrible-looking creature. What happened to her?
An accident.
This man insisted on seeing you because she is supposed to be in this vicinity and you are new here. Huh?
Then that is all you wanted?
Sorry we took up your time, Miss Black.
It's quite all right.
Probably seems like a waste of time, Mr. Pollock, but we can't afford to pass up any possibility.
Do you mind telling me why you are looking for that poor, unfortunate girl? She's an escapee from the state mental institution.
What was that all about?
Nothing important.
Will I see you later tonight?
Will you come into the cafe?
filthy hands off me.
Nora.
What do you think I am? One of your pickups?
Nora,
Get out!
I didn't mean to.
Just get out.
Nora.
I said get out!
You got me wrong.
Get out of here!
I want those pictures of Nora Black by tomorrow morning.
Outright.
Do you know those 3 men at my table, Nora?
No, why?
I just heard them talking about getting some pictures of you.
Pictures?
How about that? Maybe they want to put you in the movies.
Nora, I want to talk to you. You've got to listen to me. I'm sorry about this afternoon. I didn't mean to be so impetuous, but I couldn't help it.
You're hurting me.
Nora, listen to me. I'm in love with you, and I want you to marry me.
Marry you?
Yeah. We could spend our honeymoon in Paris, or take a trip around the world.
Paris?
Anywhere else you want to go. But you got to marry me, Nora. Please.
We'd leave here? When?
Just as soon as you can get away. How about it?
All right, man. I'll marry you.
Oh, honey. I'm the luckiest guy in the world, and I'll make you the happiest. Let's go to my place so we can talk.
All right.
Come on, darling. Jeez, what are you doing here?
Obviously, I came to see you.
At this hour?
Any hour, Matthew.
What have I done this time?
I'm sure I don't know, but they need your signature for some papers.
Oh, Miss Nora Black, Jason Phillips, my attorney.
How do you do?
Hello.
Sit down. I'll fix the drink.
Not for me. All I want is 10 minutes of your time.
You really should have a drink, Mr. Phillips. Matt and I just became engaged.
Oh. Again?
This time is for real.
I'm sure it is. I presume you've told the young lady the terms under which you'll marry her?
Terms?
Yes. You see, the Wilder estate is...
Well, I'll tell her. You see, darling, the estate is set up in such a way that every time I marry, I have to surrender certain rights.
Why?
To keep the estate from being dissipated by divorce settlements. Of course, there is a solution.
Can't we talk about this later?
I'd rather talk about it now. You were saying?
Your signature on a waiver would adequately...
And what would I be waiving?
All rights to participate in the Wilder estate in the event of a childless divorce or death.
Understand, Nora, I had nothing to do with this crazy arrangement. It was all set up by my father and uncle.
But it saved the estate a fortune already.
And it sounds all right to me. I'll be happy to sign such a waiver.
That's my view. Now, you're going to quit that stupid job the first thing in the morning. Then we'll go into the city and fix everything for the wedding. Wait till my friends see you. Isn't she gorgeous?
Very beautiful.
Senor Pollock.
You are the most beautiful girl I've ever seen.
What do you want?
I think it's time you and I had a little talk.
What about?
These. When you delayed about the reference letters, I made a few inquiries. Here are the answers. No one ever heard about you.
It doesn't make any difference now. I'm quitting anyway.
You are a fraud, Nora. But in a way, I am a fraud too.
I'm sorry I lied to you, Senor Pollock, but I had to have a job. Now I'm leaving.
Not until we have our little talk.
We have nothing to talk about.
I think we have. For example, Matt Wilder might be very interested in the contents of these letters.
So that's it.
Yes, that's it. All I want is to be a friend.
I haven't much choice, have I?
None. Let us go up to my apartment in the penthouse. You might find me a very interesting man, Nora. Now what? Some fool left the door open.
Nora, come in, darling. Hey, why the suitcase?
Matt, let's elope.
Elope?
I don't want a big fancy wedding with a lot of people. I'd much rather have a quick, simple ceremony so we could get started on our honeymoon right away.
But darling, where could we get married? It's almost dark.
Oh, I don't know, but we could find some place.
Okay, we'll get married, pick up my plane at the airport, and we'll be on our way by 10 o'clock.
Oh, that would be wonderful.
Don't go away. I'll be right back.
We'll have to find a priest.
Do you know where we can locate one?
Oh, you can bet I'll find one.
Oh, yes.
Off to Paris.
Good evening, Doctor.
Hello, Hopkins.
Glad to see you feeling better.
Much better. Just a slight paralysis of the left side. Nothing wrong otherwise. What have you got there?
It's a bottle. Just wondering if you could identify it.
Where did it come from?
We took it from a room of a woman at the Felipe II. We think it might be Norma Borden.
Alma, run a test of the residue. Did you see the girl?
We tried to take a picture of her, but it seems that she got suspicious and took off. That bottle is about all the evidence we have.
This is it.
The wrong turn down here.
Give me a light, will you, darling?
Mm-hmm.
Don't look at me.
What are you?
Oh, man, it's all right. Matt, please! Matt, please! Matt, wait! It's all right. Matt, let me talk to you.
I know it's been a terrible shock, but you'll have to get a grip on yourself.
Poor Matt. He was reading the map by the headlights when that car struck us from behind.
Too bad you didn't get the license number.
I couldn't think of anything but Matt.
You did very well at the inquest. It's entirely possible the guilty driver will be apprehended.
But that won't bring Matt back.
I realize this is hardly the time to discuss such matters, but as Matt's attorney, I must know what your future plans are.
Get some money from the Wilder estate so I can get away.
Since you didn't sign the waivers before the marriage, you are in a position to make certain claims. It might take a lot of litigation and a long time.
How long?
Maybe months. Would you be interested in a settlement?
It's immediate. I want to get away as soon as possible.
I can get you a large sum of money in a few days. The balance could be paid to you later.
Get it tomorrow.
Be in my office tomorrow afternoon, and we'll arrange it.
Thank you, Senor Phillips.
I want you to know I am going to run down the driver who killed Matt. I am going to hire the best detectives and keep them at it. Matt was wild and headstrong and did some foolish things, but he didn't deserve to die like he did.
I'm going to warn you one more time, darling. Cut out the work and take it easy. Or I'll run for the doctor.
I'm all right. My headaches are gone, and my legs will be all right in a few days.
Yes, but the orders were for you to rest. That wasn't exactly a slap of the wrist.
It may have knocked a little sense into me. This is what I should have done in the first place. Now I am sure we are on the right track.
Yes, but forget the work and think of us.
That poor girl, she must be terrified. I have to have this ready by the time they find her. It's my fault. She's the way she is.
Oh, stop worrying about her and take it easy.
If I can work out this formula, I'll have a way of slowing down the hardening process.
Yes, okay, but won't you rest just for me?
I want you to prepare another test, cutting the acid content by half. I'll be through with this one in a few minutes.
Okay, I'll do it. But only if you promise me to lie down for a while.
Sure, anything you say. But get busy.
I got it. The name on the marriage license of Matt Wilder was Nora Black.
Where is she?
At the hotel near the place where Wilder was killed. But she left there this afternoon.
Do you have an idea where she went?
She was seen driving out of town, headed west.
I'll get an alarm out.
Hello? Oh. That's very interesting. Thanks for calling.
Something wrong?
No. That was Hopkins. He thinks they'll catch Norma Borden soon.
Oh, good. I think you've had enough for today. We'd better call it a session.
You are right. I'm pretty tired. Why don't you go home?
Okay. But what about the run?
I'll turn it off. We can finish it tomorrow.
I want you to go straight to bed. Promise me?
I will. Good night, dear.
Good night.
That you, Norma? I'm glad you came back. I was hoping you would.
Were you?
How is your face? The deterioration is even worse than I feared.
You did this to me. I came to you for help and you didn't.
Listen to me, Norma. I think I can restore your face. But you'll have to go back to the institution first.
Where is the fluid?
That's not it. Norma, I made a mistake, I admit it. You made a mistake, too. You should have been in the hospital, where I could have kept you under observation.
Don't tell me what I should have done! Give me that fluid!
Not until you agree to go back to the asylum.
I won't go back! Give me that fluid!
No, Norma. You're a sick woman. You need a kind of help I can't give you.
You're against me. Everyone is against me. It's been that way all my life. I hate you!
Must have been quite a battle.
It was an accident. She slipped and fell.
She was going to kill us both.
You were only protecting yourself against a maniac.
I might have been able to handle her if I had the use of my legs.
But you were helpless because she slugged you. Wouldn't you call that a twisted sort of justice?
Doc. Hopkins.
It's the fluid.
I don't know what kind of fluid it is, but if it can change the thing that was lying there on the floor into that.
You two feel like answering a few questions?
Gladly. The sooner we can put all this behind us, the sooner we can start doing something good with Charles' process. Let's go in the office.
Hopkins. I'm at Taylor's laboratory. Send the coroner out here. Yes, that's right. It's Norma Borden. She's dead. She tried to kill Taylor. No, she doesn't look bad at all. In fact, she's the most beautiful corpse you've ever seen.
Light the dream